All right, looks like we're live. We're ready to go. Excellent connection. Love to see it. Love to see that. So, hello, friends. Welcome to Gecko's Gaming. This is going to be a chill stream. I'm going to be doing a standard metagame challenge. I love packs, and there's a lot of wild cards that I want to get right now, to be honest. A lot of cool timeless decks to build. So, we're going to go into the trenches of standard. We're going to grind through mono red. We're going to grind through cauldron decks. And then, yeah, I'll do that for as long as I can handle it. And then maybe we'll switch to some timeless, maybe some Duskborn stream or Duskborn draft. Depends on what people like, if we get anybody in here. And so this is my juicy red deck. I've posted this before. I'm going to take this to the metagame challenge. I am kind of iffy about the technicians. I think they're really strong, but they take up a lot of space. You know, ideally, I think I would have 2 to 3 card advantage engines. But technician is really strong, but it kind of demands that you play all 4 of them, because as you start to make cuts, then they start to become weaker. You know, so yeah, that's one question. But I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in with the last list that I had. There's not much to say about this that's novel, other than the possibility technicians for grindy matchups. And I just have a shock in here to help with mono red. Witch Stalker Frenzy also helps with mono red quite a bit. But that's kind of just the build up that we have. A Braid, Obliterating Bolt. These are all good for Cauldron decks. Mage Bane also comes in against Cauldron. I bring technicians in against Cauldron on the draw. Singerback Terror is for red mirrors, and Sunspine Lynx is for random decks that have a lot of, they have a lot of life gain and whatnot, or non-basic lands. All right, so let's go ahead and jump in. I might play some demons too, in standard. And I have a red-black Kavu Demons deck that I've been working on. It's kind of a meme, but I would play that. The only problem is they made red-black. They really made red-black lands totally unplayable in the format. So that's the problem. I have a lot of Rakdos decks I would love to play, but I don't know if the lands are there. Thank you, Antonio. Appreciate it. Graveyard hate, yeah. I don't know. What decks are you worried about with that in particular? All right, we'll play this. Good hand, good hand. Especially on the draw, because if they have a 1-drop, I can just burst it right away, and that's just good, clean magic. Oh, I'm on the play, actually. Okay. I was wrong. Alright, let's see what the opponent has. Oh yeah, that Sultai Reanimator deck. That looks pretty sweet. I haven't played since that came out, but I did see that list. And yeah, I don't know. Are a lot of people playing that? Should I pack Graveyard Hate for that? It's tough packing Graveyard Hate in mono red because you really need all your cards to. You kind of need all your cards to like try to kill them, you know. But I haven't played against that deck yet. It might be worth it. In general, you should kill this Brood Witch whenever you see it, I guess. Just gonna get the pressure going. If they want to cast spells, they have to take damage from the Viper. Hi Dan. I don't I don't have a brawl deck. And the other thing is I'm kind of focused on the metagame challenge. I want to make the most of this right now. Try to farm wild cards. Overseer. Yeah, I can't bounce that. I can bounce it next turn. Do you have a deck that you like in Brawl? I've never played the format myself. Kind of seeing this, I mean, I don't know, you usually don't want to block Nemesis if you're a life gain deck. This player is bronze. A lot of times you see this in the early rounds of these challenges. Like, you get a really wide range. Like, you get very competitive players in these, but you also get some new players or casual players that just kind of jump in because the barrier of entry is so low. The buy-in is very, very low, and so that might be what we're running into here. I guess I'm not playing around a sweeper. I could get punished though. High Society Hunter, okay. I guess I just attack with everybody, yeah. I guess I want the Sunspine links against this guy. Looks like he's trying to gain some life. I saw a Fiendish Panda, if I recall. That thing is good if you... I can't click it because it's behind. You guys ever notice this glitch in Magic where you can't look at their hand in between rounds even though the information was revealed to you? You can't see what's back there. It's kind of an annoying thing that's just always been there. I don't know if they're planning to fix it, but I'll probably bring in a couple bolts. Some of these. It seems like a good interaction against this deck. Yeah, maybe I cut some shocks, some lightning strikes. Alright, let's try this. Shadowheart. Oh yeah. My friend Chesthair was actually showing me that card earlier today in the context of Timeless. Seems like a pretty powerful card. If I were to build a Brawl deck, I'd probably start with, like, Grixis. Can you play Kefka in that format? I'd play, like, a Grixis Kefka deck. Try to play Grixis Control. We're like Bolas. Can I play Nicol Bolas? I should probably kill that right away, but I'd also like to play the Razorhead right away, so... I might need this for something bigger, but using the burst line doesn't feel good, because it's not mana efficient. I'll do it anyways. I can't let them gain too much life and get that thing to be too big. So I'll take the tempo loss this turn. Two lifelink, mill 2, alright. Oh, there's those lands I needed. Bruh. That was rude. Oh no, they gained life and made me sack my creature, and I'm still drawing lands. Four mana, 3/3. When you gain life, surveil. I'm just drawing all the removal, so I guess I'll just keep moving everything and chilling with 2 lands and 1 creature. That'll work eventually. Inspiring Overseer is a pretty good card. It has first strike, don't block it. You don't want to block it, bro. Okay. The old panda, whenever you gain life, put a +1 counter on it. When it dies, you get to bring a non-bear creature with less mana value than its power to the battlefield. So far they could bring back Pridemate. It's kind of good. And then this gives something a hexproof and haste, giving it to the panda. You know, if I bolt in response, it gets the Pridemate back. I guess that's fine. I'm just gonna wait till the end of the turn. I'm gonna bolt the Overseer, I guess, just to give him a little less value. Aha! Finally, that land. The bolt would have been nice for the panda. They got the Pridemate, but they can't gain life, so it's not gonna do much for them. Three lands versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. You just gotta get through these early ones, and then you kind of get into some steeper competition. Take 2. Alright, good game. Alright. Let's hop back right into the queue. Let's see if we can get some packs. I came for all the packs. Give me the packs. I'll keep this. Definitely a playable hand. Try to pass real fast so they don't know I have a Burst Lightning. Oh, the life gain deck. Alright. This one, I'm going to take that out right away. Don't want to deal with that. And I think you know, these, the bounce side of Scalding Viper, the Steam Clean part, is pretty good against these white life gain decks because they can get huge monsters. But I don't want to miss my 2-drop, and I don't have a blue land in sight, so I think this makes sense to just play it. They'll just have to take a damage every time they cast a spell, which will help over the course of the whole game. Vanishing Light, sure. What's cool is I can bounce that later. Yeah, I'll take 1, that's fine. You're gonna take 2 as a result of that, so... I could play out both Scalding Vipers, or I could just go straight for the Nemesis. I think I like the Vipers first. The only way I get punished is if they play that 4-drop. That I know they have like Angel of Exemplar usually. This will do a lot of damage to them if they want to try to play Magic at this point. Whenever a white creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. Oh, attacks, you gain 1 life. Okay. Alright, well, they just took 6 damage this turn to cast 2 spells, so that's pretty good. If they do get to gain life. She has Vigilance, that has Lifelink. Alright, we're just smashing with the Screaming Nemesis now. They can't block it, otherwise their entire game plan is ruined. So. There's the Exemplar. Uh-oh. That's what we were afraid of. Card is good. Okay, they're gaining a lot of life. Let's get in with the Nemesis again. Let's try to turn off their life gain. They're probably going to do is just keep taking 3, yeah. So we just have attacks on them for 3 damage from that each turn. We're going to crank it up to 4 with this Needlehead. And then most of the spells that they cast are going to be hitting the wall of Scalding Vipers. Leyline of Hope, okay, alright. As long as you have 7 life more than your starting life total. But if you would gain life, you gain that much plus 1 instead. Okay. So they're gaining a lot of life and I'm doing a lot of damage. We'll see who comes out on top here. Another Nemesis. I don't know if this is going to be enough. I'm dead in the air next turn, so I just basically have to turn everybody sideways. Hope that's enough. I haven't done the math. It's probably not enough. Actually, I think that is. Yep. Just barely. Just barely. That was wild. That almost got out of control pretty quick there. Sunspine Links, but we did have a really good start. I think that's what made the difference. Singerback Terror is reasonable. Exemplar grows a lot faster than it does, though. It can get much bigger and just make it trivial, so I don't think I'm going to do that. There's an argument for taking the Technicians and bringing those in and just trying to play mono removal. You know, but I'm not sure if that's right. You gotta be fast. They have a lot of 1-drops too, that's the thing. We saw 3 1-drops that game, 3 different 1-drops. So what's not good? I know the Viper was decent there, but it's probably not good in general. Similar to Emberheart. These kind of small creatures. Needlehead's not even that good either on the draw. It's a lot better on the play. But, I mean, just the Viper, the Steam Clean part of the Viper might justify keeping it in. Yeah, I'm not sure what my plan should be here. I think I'm going to cut the Challengers for sure. I want to have a lot of removal. I don't know how good these small creatures are. They fall off kind of fast. Trim some of this stuff. I like that the Bastronaut actually has evasion. That might come up since they build a pretty big and wide board. I think that's why I'm keeping all 4 of those in and only 3 claws. But this was a really loose sideboard plan. This deck was like not in the meta last time I played. I know it's been a best of 1 deck for a while, but opponent goes first. This is a bad hand, so I'm gonna mulligan. I have 1 land. This is a 0 lander, so that's not gonna get there for us. Mulligan. Keep this. Putting back 2 is rough. Guess I'll try this. Primate. Do I burst it or lightning strike it? Because if I burst... Yeah, I'll just burst. No, I should lightning strike, actually. Because I might need to either do the 4 damage later or just use it as a double spell in one of these upcoming turns. See if they have the Banishing Light or whatever they play for removal. Yeah, they do. Sparbluff Canal. Now I'm out of gas. Since I've drawn nothing but lands, I wish I would have kept some more threats in my hand in that original mulligan, but it's hard to tell which way that was going to go. Now we just got all the removal, and I'm guessing... And they're getting mana screwed, but... I'm just not drawing anything that does anything. There we go. Alright, so let's bolt the Exemplar, pump the Bastronaut a couple times, get in for some damage. Another Exemplar. That's alright, I have another bolt. Really glad that they didn't have a follow-up life gain creature. Get in for some damage. Peter's Hawk. Shelter by Ghosts. Okay. Nice. What a good draw. What a good draw. We are so good at this game. I think I just want to hard cast it, probably. Because I can spend my mana next turn on the Bastronaut. That seems good. I do get punished by like a Banishing Light here. Oh, it has Ward 2. I thought it was Ward 1. Wow. I am bad at Magic. I should have read the card, I suppose. But yeah, they're going to gain like 3 life next turn. Yeah, I definitely should have warped it. I deserve this. I deserve to lose this game. Wait, how much damage can I do? I have 6 lands, so I can only do 6 damage. Planes. Yeah, I mean, they're dead on board, so I don't know if I didn't scoop already. GG, GG. Alright, I'm going to hop into the queue, but I'll be right back in a second. Alright, what do we think about this hand? It's a good hand. I wish I had a little more interaction on the draw, especially, but We can keep this. We can play this. Looks like we're probably... I'm going to guess blue-white control. I don't know many other decks that play Meticulous Archive. Yeah, it's definitely blue-white control. Interesting choice between playing out Hired Claw or playing out Challenger here. The Hired Claw, the Challenger is more mana efficient, but it also has bigger upside later if I can hit my Rockface village. So yeah, I'll play the Hired Claw. It can pay to be patient against these blue-white decks sometimes. Against control. Alright. Continuing to play off curve, but I think it's right to play the Razorkin now. Because Nemesis has upside later on, and so does Everheart Challenger. Yeah. They had a really good starting hand for Mono Red. It's very low to the ground. Okay, looks like they're trying to hit a land drop here. That's the only reason I think 3 steps ahead you would do that on your main. Yeah, they're missing land drops. Yeah, I have a lot of cards that aren't very good against them. I'm going to run out the Challenger now. Get in for 2. I'll play the Scalding Viper too. We'll see if we can try to get some pressure on them while they're mana screw before they hit a sweeper. Okay, they just hit their land. Nice. That's pretty sweet art. That is cool. Yeah, I mean, we're just getting dunked on so far this game. They had a pretty good draw. Another Viper. That doesn't seem that great. I don't think I want that. I need something more impactful at this point in the game. Alright. That probably spells my doom there. There's sort of an argument for just lightning striking on my main phase, their face. Oh, stock up. We're so cooked. Because then I get another trigger off the Bastronaut. Get it closer to double strike. But I chose not to do that. I don't know why. Just wanted to wait, conceal information. But now they have a fistful of whatever they need, so it may have been better to do that anyways, but it also may just not matter because this is pretty hopeless. Let's see if we can get something lucky here. Okay. I think I still want to wait. See if we can catch them getting greedy, overextending here. Maybe I draw... I don't know. Don't know what I can draw to get out of this. What does 6 damage in a turn? I could have played around Normalize with that second one. Oh, they have 3 steps ahead anyways. Okay, sure. Sure. Alright, okay. We have good sideboard tech for blue-white control. The links, the technicians are good. Even the Mage Bane is fine. And we can bring out some of these small removal spells. They do often have some removal posts, or they often board into a more creature-heavy list post board, so gotta be careful not to get caught with that, but I think the Vipers are kind of weak. Like, we really just... It helps to make their... it helps to make their Pinnacle Star Cages weaker by raising the curve. That's part of what Technician does, part of the value it provides. I don't think I need Frenzy. It can hit exactly Beza, and obviously smaller things that they might bring in, but I don't think it's good enough. And then on the play, I want to keep the 1-drops in too. So maybe I cut a Lightning Strike. Or a Mage Bane Lizard. Yeah, Mage Bane's not great. I maybe even want more burn over that. Bring in that Lightning Strike back. Oh, I didn't even cut it yet. Okay. Maybe I want a Witchstalker Frenzy over it. I'll try one. I'll play one Mage Bane. I go first. Fine hand. Hopefully we hit another land though. Another land and we'd be off to the races. Alright, we hit the land, that's great. I'm gonna warp in a Hellkite. They can counter it if they want. That's fine. Taking 4 this turn and take another one on their draw step. Oh, nope. They gained a life there in the process of that, so let's see. Want to explore with the claw and then warp in the Hellkite, I think is the move. That actually might be useful since they're getting low on life. And we're about to start chaining Technicians. That said, I think I'm going to ditch it anyways. Because I'd like to hit lands as well. Or like, I mean, I wouldn't mind hitting a land is I guess what I mean. Day of Judgment on... Okay. That's not what you want to be doing, but I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Day of Judgment just for hitting Hired Claw. Yeah, let's go with the Nemesis. They don't know about my Kavu. They don't suspect the Kavus. But they're coming nonetheless. Alright, we got him that time. Being on the play was too much. Too much for them to handle. I don't think there's anything I really want to change. Viper is even worse on the draw against them, so... Keep it like this. Run it back. How's this hand look? We're on the draw, but I think it's still fine. We just need to... We need them to not have Pinnacle Star Cage. That'd be a good start for success here. I could play around Pinnacle Star Cage with the... and just not play Bastronaut this turn. What do we think about that? I don't know. I think it's probably worth it. There's so many things you have to play around with blue-white. At a certain point, you just have to kind of just jam whatever makes the most sense. Can't play around everything. Play the Bastronaut. If they let this all happen, it probably means they have a Pinnacle. They're going to give me the Queen 2 for 1 here. But can't play around that. I mean, they usually don't play 4, so if they have it, they have it. They don't have it. Alright. Wait, I have a Magebane Lizard in my deck? I thought I cut all these. That's weird. Pump the Claw. Let's try to get the most out of what we have here on board. I suspect a Day of Judgment's coming down soon. Alright, they're digging. Kind of wild that it's turn 3 and they haven't done anything yet. It's kind of wild. I don't know what's coming. Beza? Would make sense, yeah. You can keep a hand with Beza and like nothing until turn 4, I guess. Yeah, that's a good Beza. Full value. I guess you don't get to draw a card, that's the only thing. So I said to clean up this crap, these fishes. And, let's see. So I can... Why is Magebane Lizard in here? I thought I cut it. That's so annoying. That's still in the deck. But I can attack... He gets double strike when I attack. So I think the move is we just play Emberheart Challenger, or... Yeah. Emberheart Challenger, turn everybody sideways. Because our chances aren't getting any higher the longer this goes on here. We don't have the Kabus in hand, unfortunately. That's what we need. I guess I just strike the Beza. Get punished by a sweeper. Or another Beza. Both of those would be good from the opponent. Elspeth, okay. So with the Bastronaut, I can pump it twice and play the other Bastronaut. That would do 6 damage, right? 1, 2, 3 times 2 is 6. So in that case, I'll just pump this once. That'll eat both of their guys. I get to keep my Bastronaut. And then I'll do 2 to the face. And then we'll just play out the hand. This Magebane Lizard is embarrassing because it shouldn't be in the deck for this matchup. But see what they have. They die to a sweeper. They don't have a sweeper. Okay, River Region's pretty good too. I'm just trying to get in as much damage as I can at this point. Hopefully we can finish them off with a burn spell. We have a lot of good draws right now at this point, with their life total being what it's at. Kavu would be good. If we get a couple burn spells, we can put something together that way. Attacking with the River Regent? Nope. Okay, there's a burn spell. It's a good start. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They can only do 13 to me. I guess 14, 15 if you count a Fountain Port activation at the end of my turn. So I can just attack with the Bastronaut again and then just make them throw guys away at, because it can only do 4, 6, so I can actually do 8 damage, so I could take out the River Region if they block with it. Alright, we'll do that. Go ahead and attack. Attack the face. Removal spell, sure. It's not the worst actually. They're still dead to a they're still dead to a burn spell. Any burn spell from my deck. Even a Kavu into a burn spell would do it. There we go, there it is. So how can we bait them out? Let's go with a Magebane Lizard here. Or yeah, I'll go with Magebane and then if they don't counter this, I'll try to get them on upkeep with maybe double Lightning Strike. Just bluffing that I forgot to use my treasure tokens. Alright, GG. Nice. Wow. That was a close one. That was a tough one to fight back from. But we were able to get there. Had to get creative with the strategy. Still alive, baby. 3-0, I think. Yeah, 3-0. It's good for 3-packs. Not much. 3-packs is not much, but we're that much closer to 7 wins when we get like 30 packs. And I am bored of standard. None of the decks interest me really. Mono red is at least. I mean, I do enjoy a good mono red, but standard is a bit of a slog right now. I think. I just would rather be playing timeless or something like that. Dustmorn draft is in. Dustmorn is just a really fun set to draft. So, but I do. It's not bad enough that I'm going to pass up on a metagame challenge because just gotta love metagame challenges. They're so fun. You can get a lot of. It gets everybody out. Everybody plays, and you can win a lot of packs. It's got good EV, good value. All right, mulligan. Put back a mountain. Hired Claw. I should. It's technically correct, I think, to lead with a mountain here so that they don't know that I am on the Scouting Viper version, but it's not a big deal. Is this going to be the bounce deck? Self-bounce deck? Be my guess. It's, you don't see a lot of Esper. That's usually what you get when you have Esper. Okay, no more lies. Okay, I have nothing. Esper just dies to its own mana base, honestly, quite often. Attack with the Claw. I am going to play out the Viper instead of pumping the Claw here. Creature spell. Okay, maybe it's like an Esper control deck, actually. Sometimes the bounce versions play No More Lies, but I don't think they play like a lot of counter spells like this. Sure. The Lizard is dead. So yeah, this is definitely some kind of an Esper control deck. Okay, they got their third land. They still don't have black. Oh, stock up. Okay, stock up is good. Opponent gets to cast a good clean stock up. It's good for them. Village. Let's see. We can village and that would let us. I think I want to explore. Let's go ahead and explore. I'll play the village first. No. I'm not playing the village first. In case I draw like a exactly Spire Bluff Canal, I could get punished. So we will map, explore first. Hired Claw is medium, but it gets a lot better when you have a rock face village, so we'll keep it. It'll have haste next turn. And then attack with the Viper and play another Viper. Oh, it's the 4-color control deck, of course. Yeah. Okay. Dark Jeskai. The remastered version of Dark Jeskai. So I have a lot of burn in my hand. But I think I want to push the Hired Claw first. They don't have like instant speed sweepers, so a wide board is going to do well here. Go ahead and give the Claw haste. Attack for quite a bit of damage, but let's see what they have. They could have Lightning Helix, that'd be good. Lightning Helix. You have to take 2 damage though, so that kind of ruins your life gain a little bit. But still a solid removal spell in this spot. They're down to 6 now, so they'll need to gain a lot of life to not die. And the deck is capable of gaining a lot of life, so can't put that past them. Just go for it. If I get a Hard Claw trigger, or if either of them connects, it's GG. Unless, like they said, they have more life gain. Okay, there's the Helix. Alright, so before they gain the life now, I can dome them for 5. Counter my spell, they take another damage, so do 2 more here, and then they're dead. Oh no, they're not because they gain life, that's right. Okay. Well, they're still really close to dead. Up to 6. No way, they're at 6, bro, and I have 5 damage in hand? Ah! The pain, and now I have no more creatures? Man, that is a rough life. That is a rough life. I can strike them during end step. See if I draw a Burst Lightning, and if they don't have any more counter spells, I guess that's a route to victory. I also need them to not have more life gain, so they might just inevitably... Yeah, they're gonna... Oof, okay. Dang, we almost had it. That was so close. That was so close, dude. Okay. Alright, we have a Bastronaut. How much life did they gain? They gained 3, 6, 9. They gained 13 life this game. I'll take 4. Um, 3, 6. I mean, I guess that's fine. Now you've gained 16 life this game. I do really like that the deck the opponent's playing. It's one of my favorites in the format. I think it's cool. Alright, it's just, I don't know. We have almost no chance of winning. Almost none. Nice, sure. Alright, sure, dude, sure. Why not? Gain 5,000 life. And we have an Emberheart Challenger. But it's not going to be enough. Nothing I could draw off that would make a difference right now. Maybe they have nothing and yeah. Maybe they have nothing. Maybe their hand is all lands. Alright, GG. Alright, one of the Technicians against Control. Sunspine Lynx is really good here. Magebane Lizard is good, I think. They don't have like Pinnacle Star Cage and things like that. Although they do have Fire Magic, but Magebane dodges Fire Magic pretty well. I can cut Witch Stalker. Sometimes I bring in some amount of Bezas, but I'm not too worried about that. The Viper could be cut potentially. I like Needlehead on the play especially. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to cut. I cut some burn spells, but that makes the Technician worse. Burn is really good at kind of going the extra distance, finish them off. Plus I need it for my Nemesis to turn my Nemesis on. I guess Hellkite's not super great. It dodges Lightning Helix. I could trim some of those, I think. Might just trim some stuff. Trim a Strike. Couple Vipers. Yeah, let's try that. I'll play first, thank you. Terrible hand, absolutely awful. Mulligan that. This is better. Opponent kept 6. Or no, opponent kept 7. I'm gonna keep the Soul Stones to make sure I curve out. And then if I get flooded, then they help with that. So they turn into threats later if I get too many lands. Okay, that's unfortunate. Hopefully they don't have a fire magic, but I'm not playing around it here. Canal, sweet. Pump the claw. Burn it in response, sure. Astronaut. I do not want the Screaming Nemesis to get no moralized, but I think I'm just going to play it out. Ugh. You hate to see it. It looks like this is going to be the end of this run, at least. I don't think we can come back from this, realistically. Okay, nice. They didn't have anything there. That's great. Got him for 8 damage. That might be what we needed to happen. Star charts, Day of Judgment, yep. That is understandable. I will activate an attack with the Soulstone Sanctuary. Let's get 3 more damage in here. That's what we're doing. Razorkin, sure. That's pretty interesting. Alright, let's see if we can get in for 3 more with the Soul Stone. That's first order of business. They have a Tide Binder. Do I even really care about that? I don't know. Nothing to counter. Do I care about that? Yeah, I think I'll take it out. Okay. Another Flash Freeze. Not much I can do about that. We'll play the... I'll play Needlehead next. If they had a Lightning Helix, they would have used it on Soulstone there, I think. Consult with Kicker. Very strong card. I'll resolve the Lizard now instead of... I thought about Soul Stoning at the end of the turn and then doing it that way to dodge a Sweeper or like Sorcery Speed removal. But this is probably fine. They have enough for Jeskai, whatever, the big 7-mana spell, so I'm going to play Needlehead first in case they were going to cast that. Because they draw cards off of it. Tidebinder on Needlekin, yep. Yep. Okay. So I can bounce the Tidebinder, but I don't know if that accomplishes much. It's probably better to bounce the Razorkin. And then I can play both. If I attack with both, do you think he blocks the Razorkin? Or just the Magebane? I think... probably blocks the Razorkin, I would imagine. I don't know. I'd like to try to see if I could attack first, and then Viper second main if he doesn't block the Needlehead. But that's a little risky. I may have just opened myself up to let my Magebane Lizard die for no reason, actually. That was pretty bad. I think that was a misplay on my part. Okay, they really didn't want the... They had the opportunity to do it, but they didn't want to. Okay, we just got kind of blown out, but I don't think we... I'm not sure what would have been a better line there, considering what they had. I had 9 life. This is ridiculous. Just can't break through. Cannot break through this deck. We have 4 Kavus. Where's the Kavus? Come on. Give me some Kavus, dude. Stock up. Wow. I think we're cooked. Another stock up? Alright, at least I take 2 off that one. They're getting kind of greedy, doing a lot of damage to themselves this turn. I doubt they needed to cast 2 stock ups in 1 turn, but who knows. Okay, there's the kill if we can get it. Do you think they have a counterspell? They just cast 2 stock ups, so they probably have anything they could possibly need. I think it's probably better to wait. We'll wait. We'll let the Magebane Lizard do the work for now, and then if they try to cast something big, I'll burst in response. Counterspell. Jeez. Yeah, they had it. We couldn't play around it. They just had it. The amount of life gain in this deck is just unreal. And it's pretty wild that we're just not hitting any of our gas, really. Just kind of getting a lot of small ball stuff. More life gain, huh? Okay. You got it, bud. Gaining a lot of life. I don't know. I mean, sure. What else am I gonna do here? This gives me the opportunity to like chain off with a Kavu or something like that. Okay. Yep. There's another land. That's not going to do it either. Sure. Alright, dude. I don't know. That matchup isn't as bad as that draw would lead you to believe, I think. It's just a very awkward draw. Alright, do I want to play standard again? I don't know. Starting back over at the beginning seems kind of daunting. Let's open up some packs. Have a little reprieve. Take a little refill break. Crack some packs. See what's good. Anybody have a preference? Anybody wanna... What standard deck I should play for the next one? There you go, Mythic Wild card. That's what you like to see. Awesome. Tarkir. Battle Crier, that's a real card, for sure. I don't know what that is, but I'm not going to read it. So... I kind of feel like playing some demons. But what's my demon build right now? I have a black aggro one. I think... Let's see, where did I leave off? This looks fine. I haven't played Standard in so long, I don't even remember where I was at with the Demons deck. But, we can try this. We'll fire it up when I get back. I'll be right back. 1 second. All right. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna ape in with this. I don't remember where I was at in terms of building this and everything, but let's just go ahead and give it a shot. Actually, maybe I'll go with the black aggro deck instead. I don't want the games to last a long time, you know? Kind of just want to move through, maximize my return on the metagame challenge. Yeah, let's try this. This is fine. It's a fun deck. Let me check one more thing, because I put a couple experimental cards in here. I don't know if these are going to be good. These lands. Try to get a little bit more out of the mana base. Mudflat Village to get back Vine Lasher. And then Midgar, it's a tap land, which really sucks, but it's our only tap land. So in a 25 land deck, maybe you can have one tap land. Is that reasonable? And it can give us some more value if we need to grind a bit. I'm in for it. All right, on the play. We have turn 1 timeline color. Will just make us both start at 18. Goblins, dude. Nice. Okay, this is going to be another aggressive deck, so it's interesting to keep in mind. It's a red-white goblins deck. Okay. Well, one thing for sure is that Gatekeeper Malachar is not going to be great here. Right, they're finally just throwing goblins away. I guess I'm okay with that too. Power and totals each equal number of creatures you control. Sure. Let's kick a Gatekeeper. Make him sack a guy and then swing through for 4. Nice. Heroic Reinforcements is pretty strong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I swing back for 6. I go to 10. He goes to 6. I think I'm okay taking this. Wait. Yeah, that's not the one that... I just want to make sure that was the one that gives him lifelink. I think that one's from the Dustmore one gives him lifelink, right? Oh, Bloodletter. Okay, we just win. I missed Bloodletter during that red run just now. It's too much time away from my boy Bloodletter. I don't have sweepers, so I'll play a Carsey Revenant. And I guess that's all I'll really want to bring in here. And then to cut... probably cut Bitter Triumph. I don't know, do they have Outlaws? This is a Soldier. This is a Berserker. Berserkers actually follow the law. They're not outlaws, so it's always fun having to navigate which ones are outlaws or not. Berserkers are law-abiding citizens, you might be surprised to learn. I think I'm going to cut Bitter Triumph. And maybe it feels like Annex is a little slow for this matchup. So I'll cut 2 of those. We still have a couple for backup in case the game goes long or we need to refuel. But the other thing is they could end up with a really wide board and we might want to just dome them in the face with Annex a few times. Put a mulligan, I'll keep. It's a good hand. Ideally, I'd like to hit a 2-drop. This is definitely another one of those budget decks that you run into early on in these kind of runs. I'm actually just going to play out the Gatekeeper as a 2-drop because the rest of my cards looking pretty solid. And Gatekeeper kind of doesn't do a lot against the deck since they have so many tokens. So he's just a bear. Just a friendly little grizzly bear. Yeah, we'll attack. Okay. I will still attack. I definitely just want to keep their creature count down as much as possible. Yeah, that's a big Crusader Vodric. Start draining some life, play Cecil, play a Revenant, and yeah, we should be able to get them through the air here with the Revenants. Okay, 4 dogs. Release the dogs, okay. There's a good variety of dogs in this too. That's funny. Alright. First match down. Nice. Krenko. Nice. I think I already had 4 Krenkos because I drafted that set a decent amount. So I just got a few gems there, 20 gems. Not bad. Not too shabby. 10 ITU. I would play first, thank you, sir. Not a great hand. Actually, dude, Midgar is base. It's gonna actually save me here. Because I can sack the color for value if I continue flooding out, so. Red deck. Red deck is the only one where you kind of get punished for doing the timeline color on turn 1. It's like not ideal. Dude, these mercenaries, they're both mercenaries. I hate Shoot the Sheriff. It's like the worst card ever. That is so bad. That's embarrassing. Alright, we're going to Trajectory, the Needlehead. And continue attacking for 2. And then hopefully they play a non-sheriff or non-outlaw or whatever card this turn. They did. So we'll shoot that. Dragons are not outlaws. Dragons always follow the law. Alright, taking some damage. Okay, time to start chaining Bloodletters. Being on the play helps quite a bit. Being on the play goes a long way in these kind of matchups. I recommend being on the play. I recommend winning coin flips if you can. Alright, alright. Fair enough, got the Witchclaw Frenzy. Or Witchstalker Frenzy. And it doesn't look like I'll need to use the Mako to sack, so let's recast another Bloodletter. Ah, they have the Burst Lightning, don't they? That's annoying. Maybe not. I'll play this tap now. I just love that I figured out a place to play Midgar in this format because I love that card. It was a really cool like rare in the Final Fantasy draft, and it has so much flavor. 7 is an all-timer, so this is a cool card. I'm glad we can play it in standard. Burst Lightning again. Alright. Alright, so they've fought through a few things. We've both fought through a few things. Let's see what they can do about a 6/16 though. I don't know if they have an answer to that. I'd be surprised if they do. It might have been reasonable to hold back my color there just to make sure I have enough blocks. Because assuming that the demon survives, it doesn't change the clock. Okay, but it doesn't survive, they can bounce it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Very, very good. Hellkite, okay. Oof, this one's really coming down on the wire. Alright, they're leaving a blocker back. Opponent's playing pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, I'm dead, actually. They got me. Man. That Scalding Viper, the Steam Clean there was really clutch. And then I played out my Mako, and then I just drew 2 more lands in a row after that. Which is not how we want things to go down. I guess my only chance at this point is to actually just deal 2 to myself. And then see if I can draw an instant speed removal spell. Nope. It's a good game. Alright, GG. Bring in 4 Revenants. And for cuts, shoot the Sheriff, man, I swear. That card. However bad you think it is, it's always just, it's never bad enough. It's always worse than you think. I have it pretty low and it still consistently surprises me how bad it is. I guess we'll cut the Bitter Triumphs. Even as I'm talking so much smack about Shoot the Sheriff, I almost have to keep it in because I don't really have other options. It does take out their dragon, I guess. You know what? I'm cutting it. I'm on the play. I don't care about that removal spell. I'm cutting the removal for Karsi Revenant, which is like, it's basically better than a removal spell against Mono Red. It's a bad hand, but I'll keep it. It's not the worst, I guess. I mean, it curves out. We just need a little more action to get it going. Vine Lasher is going to be better next turn. If I kick it. Lightning struck my Cecil, oh no! Taking 2. And Forsaken Miner. I think I should have. I messed up. I should have done Timeline Color, and I should have done this stuff this turn and then played the Vine Lasher next turn. That would have been more damage. So that was just a little misplay there, but it might come back to haunt me. We'll see. Yeah, that would have been a lot better. A lot better. Definitely. Alright. Gonna play this land so that play the Soulstone this turn so that we can attack with it next turn. Nemesis, sure. I have to 2 for 1 myself, but it's okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's a lot of lands. Okay. The Viper tempo play. Finally, we got a Revenant. Let's go. Let us go. Yeah, I still don't have any attacks here. I'm really trying to think through if I can get an attack in. I just can't. It's just not good attacks. Simple as that. Wow, this guy just has the perfect card for every situation. To be fair, I punted earlier with the Vine Lasher play, so I shouldn't complain. I just want to get through this so I can try another one before it gets too late. Yep, I'll draw. Okay, Keeper. Sacking the Needlehead. I still don't think I have good attacks. But to be honest, I'm dead next turn because I can't block Nemesis and Nova. So that's probably a game unless my opponent just like forgets to do something. Yeah. Unless they don't see it. But they've played pretty tight so far, so I doubt it. Nemesis plus Nova is lethal. What are we thinking about? You really don't need to do this, like I'm dead on board. Clearly dead on board. Okay. Let's try again, except let's not play Shoot the Sheriff because it's an awful card. And I'm going to replace it with... let's replace it with a better removal spell, or maybe just another threat. I forget, what's that, the other black one, the 2 mana one that's good, that destroys something with 3 mana or less? It should pop up here. Long Goodbye, that's the one. Play that. Over one shoot, at least. Alright. Alright, now let's just run it right back. This deck's not as good as red, but I think it's... I don't know, I think I'm having more fun with it right now than with the red deck. Opponent goes first on the draw. This is like not the typical game plan of the deck, but I think it's fine. Okay. Don't know what they're playing. Don't know what this could be. Unless it's actually, yeah, it could be the 4-color control deck again. In which case I kept a horrible hand for this matchup. You know, they can counter this Annex right now, but I'm gonna jam it anyways on the off chance they don't have one because I don't really have another plan. The prospects of resolving an Annex don't grow as the game goes on, that's for sure. So. Tell you what, I can already tell this is not gonna end well for us, so I'm just gonna scoop and go to game 2 while they kind of maybe don't know what I'm playing. I think that, honestly, I'm not even doing it because I just think that's like the best chance that we have, so that's what I'm going with. Try this. Do I have any other threats that I'd like to bring in? Maybe I could bring in a Revenant over The Bitter Triumph? Sure. I'll try that. A lot of threats. And we still have some removal with the Gatekeeper. So. We have a lot of resilient threats, a lot of disruption. They might think I'm playing more of a mid-rangey Demons deck and board accordingly. That's the advantage here. The only card that they saw was Unholy Annex. And typical Annex decks aren't nearly as aggressive as this one. So that might give us the upper hand here. At least going into game 2. I didn't want to play out that game was going to take another 10 minutes at least. And we had a very low chance of winning. So I do really like these dark Jeskai control decks, this new version of Jeskai Black. They are really cool. I would craft the deck if it wasn't that, if the format wasn't so on the verge of being shaken up by a big ban coming up soon. Okay, this hand is just not like, no, I'm gonna mulligan. This is fine. I can put back Gatekeeper. Lead with Miner. No more lies, sure. Thoughtstalker, but I can't cast it. Darn. I need to hit a land. Give me a land. I'll just throw out this Gatekeeper for kind of no reason. Plays into a sweeper, but if they don't have a sweeper, then they're dead next turn. Or removal spell. Shocked. This could be a fire magic situation. I played the land first, even though I have a Forsaken Miner, because I wanted to trigger Thoughtstalker Warlock, even if they have like fire magic or something. Alright, good game. Game 3. I have a vendetta against this deck now. It like knocked me out in the last series, so I need to avenge the juicy red deck. Robbie 999. Game 3. Do. Opponent goes first. This is a fine hand. Do I lead with Vinelash or a Cecil? Probably Cecil. Yeah. Because I can Vinelash her on turn 2 and then make the land drop, and Cecil does a lot more damage over the course of time too. These gatekeepers are awkward. They're kind of the worst card in the deck right now, but I just don't have enough. Yeah, I mean, maybe I could play more Karsi Revenants over them, but that doesn't really accomplish much either, so I don't know. We're going with it for now. Maybe I just should have played one of those instead of the Vine Lasher there, and then I could kick it next turn. I am getting a little tired. I'm definitely not playing at full capacity right now. Stock up. Alright, I can resolve Annex and at least draw a card off of it before they remove it, so that's nice. It's nice luxury against this, the 4-color control deck. Ooh, actually, that changes things. Because I might be able to actually clear the way for Annex to stick around. This Warlock. Let's see if I can do that. They have so many ways to kill Annex that maybe I should just draw my card and be thankful for it, but I'm not worried about the Regent too much. I'll take the Inevitable Defeat. That's the only thing that can stop Annex, other than if they can counter it with 3 steps ahead. But they're going to want to remove one of my creatures next turn, so I don't think they're going to be countering it also. Duress is a great draw. Sure. Looks my guy. I'll take one of your 3 steps ahead. And I'll resolve an Unholy Annex. Thank you very much. I don't see any answers in your hand. So, let's draw some cards. The Regent coming down soon with the token is a bit awkward. But other than that, I don't foresee a lot of problems. With 3 steps ahead in hand, they're almost certain to drop a Regent next turn. So I don't think I want to use the Demon yet. Question is, should I play like 1 Gatekeeper just to put out another bear? I guess I should. It's not an exciting play, but it is the play that we have, so. You want to counter that? No? Okay. Didn't think so. Okay, nice. They're drawing instead of bouncing. Cool. It kind of makes sense, actually. So many lands, man. This deck just floods out. I gotta add some more, like, Midgar type cards or something. Just the land flood in this deck is ridiculous. You know, actually, the Mudflat Village would come in handy here. Maybe I want to have, like, 2 Mudflats, 1 Midgar. Something like that. Midgar is so good whenever I've used it, but all I do is draw lands, bro. Alright, let's go attack. See if we can get in for 4 damage. And then I will Ritual Chamber now because I don't know of anything that clears it. So, doesn't mean they don't have something, but I don't have any other plays, so. Okay. At least I get my 6/6 out of the deal. So many lands, bro. So many lands. You got another one? Yeah, he's just gonna bounce. The other ones aren't good to bounce. That is for sure. Yeah, so let's take the Gatekeeper. That was a good draw. Finally, after 5 lands, we get an Annex. That's nice. That is nice. Cast it. Draw another card. Another land. Alright, alright, alright. Got another land. I should have played around Jeskai Revelation and done the Demon second main. Yeah, that's exactly what he has. That was dumb. I should have thought about that for like half a second. Another land. I do enjoy the art on a lot of the Final Fantasy cards, the flavor and stuff. Alright, that's game. That is game. Okay. Oof. Tough beats in Standard today. Tough beats. Let's do one more run. Let's do one more. Same deck, we'll run it back. But I'll do 2 Mudflat Villages this time instead of 21 swamps. Yeah. Alright. Alright, one more run. One more for tonight. Keep this. Vigor is a little awkward here, but it's not that bad. You usually don't want to cast Gatekeeper on turn 2 anyways, so... Okay, now it's awkward because I drew a Vine Lasher. Let's put a Miner down to start. Oh yeah, this is that new Spider-Man card. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value equal to its power, copy it, except it isn't legendary, get a +1 counter. It's definitely something that you want to kill, I think. I think you want to kill this right away. So what we'll do, attack first. And then we'll play the tap land of shame. Our 1 tap land in our 25 land aggro deck. So he has another one as legendary. Yeah, so we have a Gatekeeper Malachur. Let's do that. Sorry, Vine Lasher, we're not getting value off you. But I don't think I want to let that thing live. Seems scary. It's when you cast a creature's spell with mana value equal to its power. So we'd have to cast a 1-drop afterwards. So we had that 1-drop. And he gets a copy. And Draenei gets a +1/+1. So it's just a lot of value. There's a lot going on there. Pretty good. Pretty good card. I think this is a situation where I'm going to want to go over the top instead of playing. I could play 3 1-drops. It doesn't seem too bad, but I like drawing cards and getting to Bloodletter too. Now let's go for this. This could really, if I get a land next turn, this is going to be a lot of damage. We can just go so wide that they just can't stop it. We got +1 counter. The Siren. Okay, we got the Bloodletter. That's insane. Yeah, I mean, you should probably, yeah, whatever. You should probably block the Miner instead of the Vine Lasher there, but it doesn't matter. So I think I want Strategic Betrayal. Strategic Betrayal seems good. Carcy Revenant seems maybe. I mean, Strategic Betrayal is not that good. It's just another removal spell at the end of the day, but it seems like those are important here. I'll try to bring a couple of those in. I don't know what I want to cut though. They're kind of trying to fill up the board, so like the timeline colors maybe aren't that great. Yeah, let's try that. Maybe I just bring in all the betrayals and cut all the colors. It feels like I really need to kill everything in this matchup. Can't let them stick creatures. And the timeline color is not going to do that much, I don't think. Opponent goes first. I'd like to draw a land. If we draw a land, we're good. Gene Pollinator. Just a good magic card. Very good and limited. Definitely constructed playable. We haven't seen much of it in constructed yet, but that is a constructed playable card, I do believe. Nice. Okay, this is getting crazy. And I'm whiffing on things I need, so it's not looking good. Try to slow them down here. Just getting for 1. Need some lands. See if we can draw some lands. Paw Patch. Okay, they can go wide too, I guess. See, I think I... Alright. I think our best bet... They're going to be getting really big next turn, but... The Gatekeeper is not going to do it here. At this point, I think we have to go for the bloodletter line and hopefully draw land so that we can get bloodletters going next turn. I guess if I get enough removal spells, that might be okay too. Alright, this is getting wild. This is getting wild. A lot of counters. Huge board state. Three, 6, 7, 8. I think it makes sense to not block this turn. Just still couldn't hit a land. So that's probably going to be it for us this game. Is there any possible line here? They all have ward. No. That's it. The Carseas are interesting. Death Touch is good. Flying is good. We might be racing. I think on the play I'll do a little bit more of a split and try to go down a couple removal and go up on a Revenant, a couple Revenants. Maybe the minors aren't exciting. I mean, you really want to curve out on the play, but I can cut a couple of those, I think, for either more Revenants or more Betrayals. I think I'm going to go with Betrayal. On the play, the line of killing other things might work a little bit better. Killing other things, sticking in Annex, or like just a reasonable threat. Alright. Flashback of last game, so hopefully we can hit our third land this time. But other than that, it's a fine hand. There's Gene. C2 Betrayal. I'm gonna go Vine Lasher. Play the land. Then destroy their dude. And then we'll attack for 2. Gatekeeper, but yep, we're missing lands again, so. But at least we have a little bit of pressure on the board. Get in for 3 here. Keep this pressure on. They missed a land or no? Yeah, they missed a land drop. Looks like they hit it this turn. Beastbinder. Land. Let's go. We got there. That is so huge. Now we can Malakir, get rid of their guy. Alright, alright. Getting in for some damage. Another Beastbinder. It's getting a little late. Oh, we got another Gatekeeper. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, the kill everything approach seems to be working. It's tough to imagine how they can come back from this. Their deck is really strong, but it needs to snowball, you know? It really needs to pick up steam, and if you can just keep them off of like getting any traction to where they can't gain momentum, that's best bet there. Alright. I'm gonna hop into the queue and be right back. All right, queuing up. Thanks everybody who's watching. Really appreciate y'all being here. Draw. Okay. Something happened. The queue messed up. All right, play first. Sure. I can keep this. Play the Vine Lasher on turn 1. Alright, up against the life gain deck again. Alright, so we have the decision on Midgar again. Do we play the Midgar out to hopefully hit our curve or not? I think I'm going to say no. I think I'd rather save it. I'm going to have a turn 3 Annex, so either way I can slam the Annex on turn 3 and that'll help me get my land drops. And if I get flooded again, I have some reassurance against that. Alright, you really need to kill everything in this deck, so I might just do that instead of Annex here. It's terrible on tempo. I'm losing 2 mana this turn. That way. Now I'll play Midgar tapped. Because I have enough card advantage already in my hand, and I haven't drawn any fodder for the Midgar. There's a Pride Mate. Another color. Interesting. Halia, that card's too good. The card should be banned. I'm only kind of joking. Halia is like... You haven't seen it yet because there hasn't been a lot of room to breathe in Standard. But this card is insane. This card is insane. I think I did get a little aggro with the color last turn. Alright, they're just scooping. They kept a 1-lander. It was probably a pretty nutty one because you could tell they had Halia ready to go, but we were able to keep them off their board and then just get ahead on lands and stay there. This is another situation where we want to kill everything. And I also think Karsi Revenant is good. Being in the air is good in this matchup. In terms of cuts... Again, some of our smaller creatures just don't get very far. I'll cut the colors again. Yeah, maybe I just try to kill everything and... not even, like, do I cut the miners? I don't know, man. It does seem a little crazy, but... I'm gonna try it. On the draw only. On the play, I'm gonna try to run them over still. We'll try this on the draw. Taking out all our value, small creatures that aren't good on defense. They get, like... They get mogged by their board pretty fast, so... Alright, no 1-mana removal spells, so we'll see if we can survive to turn 2. Got hit by the bunny. Oh, no follow-up. Okay, that's nice. Just lead with the removal spell here. Dark Mando, yep. That can destroy artifacts and enchantments. Starfield Shepherd, very good card. God, that's so good. Starfield Shepherd's insane, dude. Right, so... I think I want to go for the Malachur here. Otherwise, and I still could do it even though I lost that point of damage, but I could play Vine Lasher, hold up Triumph. But kind of feels like that shit may have sailed. They have to choose between doing their thing or taking care of my thing. Yeah, they're gonna do their thing. They probably have a Halia or some kind of crazy thing here. Maybe the Angel, Essence Channeler, sir. Basri. Okay. And not hitting lands. Oh, they lost? How'd they lose life? With the starting town? Jeez. That's brutal. My plan was to block that thing and then Bear Triumph whatever they target it with, but that ruins the plan. Can exert to make a 1/1 with lifelink, okay. Gain life, that means this guy gets +1/+1 until end of turn and they gain no life. Okay, but they don't really have like their engine going right now, so got that going for us at least. Now I could play a Bloodletter. Or I could try attacking and then tricking them into hitting them with a Tragic on the Starfield Shepherd. Or I could just annex plus trajectory the Basri. That's not the worst either. It's not a bad line. The Sanctifier also is a problem. That's like their only way to gain life other than the Basri. They get a token off of it either way. try this. It's a little bit of an unconventional line, I think, but might work out. Buys us time. Buys us time and takes them off of their way to generate overwhelming advantage. Brutal. Such a good draw. Could have attacked with Cecil there. Alright, they scoop, cool. Nice. Hop right in again. Let's go. Keep it going. Go, 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 go. Yeah, I'll keep this. It's a fine hand. Against our old pal Mono Red again. Do I play Cecil and warp color? I think I want to do that, actually. It's kind of weird. Like, you don't usually want to pay life, but getting a Cecil down just makes up for it, so. Plus, we're on the play, so we're on the front foot. Pretty sweet island. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. What's up, Rando? Welcome. Oof, missing the lands. We're gonna go color. And wait, this isn't just any mono red deck. They're playing Island. I just realized they're playing Island. What? Cecil can't block anything right now, so I guess I might as well attack with him, but he does damage to me too, so yeah. Uh-oh. They have a bounce spell? They do. Flood Maw. Nice. Interesting little red-blue tempo. I haven't seen something like this before. What will they do? It's a question we're all wondering. Quantum Riddler. Alright. Alright. Still missing land drops, so am I, so I guess we're on the same page, but I got that one there. Yeah. I can flip Cecil if I warp in timeline color. But then I can't kick the Gatekeeper. I think that's probably more important. Yeah, so we'll just attack with the Miner. And then kick Gatekeeper. And then we can block their guy if he tries to attack us back. Thanks for dropping by, Rando. How's your evening going? Hope you're having a good one. I've been getting beat up pretty bad on the timeless, or not the timeless. What is this challenge? This is standard challenge. I think I got 3 wins, was my highest so far. He's almost out of time. Whoa, just in the nick of time. Just in time. Another non-land. But I can warp this in. Flip Cecil. Play another Cecil. Let's try that. Seems good. Screaming Nemesis. I have a Forsaken Miner. The Nemesis is awkward. But, I don't know. Maybe I don't need to fear it, because I have 2 Cecils. Maybe blocks I can flip my Cecil. And then this one gives these 2... Yeah, let's just attack. Let's go for it. Everybody else gets indestructible when the Cecil attacks, so... I don't think they really have good blocks here. They can take me off a life gain, but I gain 4 life first, which is probably all I'll need. And then I can like flip the other Cecil, and so there's some shenanigans going on. I think it's going to work out well for us. And then we'll go minor color. Just had them on the back foot. We both got mana screwed, but my deck is actually really good at getting mana screwed because we have so many cheap threats. We were able to keep them on the back foot long enough to take the victory. So they're basically mono red with like a heavy blue splash for Floodmaw and Quantum Riddler. Guess that's what's going on here. So Carsey Revenant seems reasonable. It's bad against Floodmaw. They probably have Scouting Viper too. It's bad against that, but it's good against Quantum Riddler. It's also good against just red stuff in general. just trim some of this stuff since we're on the draw. Guess I can trim a Triumph. Alright. This'll work. Oh, synthesizer lab ship, sweet. I forget what this does again, but I remember it's good. At the beginning of combat, up to one target artifact, other artifact you control becomes a creature, 2/2 flying. This card is so good. It's like needs to find a home in standard. It's kind of crazy that it hasn't found one yet. Go with the Vine Lasher on turn 1. I don't know, I didn't like see any artifacts from them in game 1, so I'm not sure. I was brewing with this card with Tezzeret. I think there's something there. Torch my dude. That's cool. Sack for 2. Unless you have a Flood Maw, which you're welcome to use. Sure. That's fine, you're just down a card. Oh, dude, 2 synthesizer lab ships though. That's where it gets crazy. Oh, then you're drawing 2 out the red there. Man. Alright. Yep. That is some shenanigans there. Let's go with the Revenant. It might help us get out of this mess. Mako is going to be pretty good here, Midgar City of Mako, because I have a timeline color, so we have good fodder for it. I can Malacur whatever they cast here to make them sack. Hazoret, nice. They need to get up to max speed though, but I guess they get to crew. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Nice. That's good. I think the Godseeker is playable too. I've done a little bit of brewing with that in different red decks. We're in a rough spot. They have a Quantum Riddler coming down soon, and we don't have an answer for it. Okay, we got their Hazoret at least. That's nice. I guess I should have just done the Lizard first, and then played the land, and then Gatekeepered. Definitely missed out on a point of damage there. Take 7. This thing has Vigilance too. Man, that's good. Maybe I should have warped it. They got us, though. They're at 18 life. We're we're not coming back from this. We just couldn't get anything going in that game. Okay, now that we're on the play, I'm going to try to be as aggressive as possible again. Back on the bitter triumphs, I think, based on what I'm seeing now. Alright. Let's try this. Keep. Getting in for 4 damage here. Getting for 8. Nice, playing Caveron Harrier too. This is a cool little deck. Nice brew. Warp. Trajectory. Nice game. All right. All right, 3 wins this round. Nice, we're making a run at it. See if we can keep it going. Oof. Yeah, 3 4-drops and 1 land. Gotta mulligan this. This is slow, but since we're on the play, I think it's possible. I'll try this. Oh, thank you, Randress. Welcome to the stream. All right. We got Rando and Randress Bagans. Veganses are here. Tiny Bones. This isn't Tommy, is it? The old Tamikaze deck? Black, white. Carsey Revenant. Alright. I'll start doming them with the Bloodletter, I guess. Yeah. Start doming them like this. Whatever we're up against here is probably either like a budget or jank or something. Because people don't usually play Temple of Silence in this format. There's like a just straight up better, the Surveil land is a lot better. Alright, gonna destroy my Bloodletter? Okay. It's okay, I have another one. Boom, get in for 4. I kind of want them to just... Yeah, this is fine. They can cast my Bloodletter. They're gonna be dead next turn. Oh no, wait. 2, 4, 8. Actually, not quite. Not quite. But I'll kill them faster than they can kill me, at least. Actually, no, they are dead, because I can still attack with the timeline color. And so one of these two creatures is going to get through. And then the annex times 2 times 2. It's 2, 4, 8 damage there. And then 4 from this. It's going to be GG. Alright. Cecil comes down, and then, yeah, they're dead. Wanted to take that Bloodletter, but probably wasn't worth it. I don't know what to do against this deck. It's like they're trying to sack permanents and... I don't know. Maybe I want some strategic betrayals. Be on the draw this time, so... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to change anything. That went pretty smoothly, so... Opponent goes first, I'm on the draw. Got a 1-lander, so let's mulligan. I'll keep. And... put back... I don't know. I want to keep the 7, but I guess I can't. Maybe I put back the gatekeeper. No, I'll put back the Vine Lasher, actually. Yeah, let's try that. We'll try that. Got a land, alright. That's not bad. The old Nighthawk. But... make him sack that. Enduring Tenacity. Every game lifetime opponent loses that much life. When it dies, comes back. Like all the other Enduring cards. Okay. So they have a 4/3. I can't really attack through that. If I attack with a Miner, it's like win-win though. Because if he blocks, I just trajectory and get it back. But I think I'd rather do the... get the Annex in. So we'll go about this way. Unfortunately, I can't get the Miner back because I just don't have enough mana, but... at least I get the Annex rolling. That's probably more important. Another Tenacity. Another land for me. Got a lot of life gain, life loss going on here. Fell. Okay. My life is in peril. So I'm going to activate the soul stone so I can keep draining them. No point in playing the color. I'm not going to warp the color, I'm just going to cast it because I am worried about my life total. They have 2 tenacities out, so that could get pretty squirrely. But I'm going to cast the Midgar, set the color to draw 2 cards, and we'll play Cecil. Two more lands, okay. That's fine. This deck floods. Nice, another Annex. That'll be good. Scrawling Crawler is actually going to be kind of a pain. Yeah. A lot of annoying little ways to do damage to me. Yeah, Nighthawk is wild. They got a Scrawling Crawler up in here too. Something you see every day. I think I gotta just go double Annex. I think I'm dead either way, actually. But we'll go for this. The point is all these little things. Whenever they gain life, whenever a creature thing, keeping track of was whenever I draw a card, I lose a life. Whenever they gain life, I lose life twice. Whenever a creature comes in, they gain 1 life. All these little trinkety, weird things to keep track of. Oh, nice. Getting the crawler out of there is huge for me. You're not going to let me make that trade, are you? Nope. What a cheesy deck. This is wild. So many lands. Another land. Yeah, I'm dead. They killed me with the Nighthawk here. I can't wait for this. This is taking too long. So yeah, flying matters, and so does exile. Alright, let's go for this. Just try to run him over. Yeah, that was quite a bit of shenanigans, I will say. Excessive amount of shenanigans. I'll play first. Terrible hand. Maybe it's not so bad. I guess I could try it. You do want a 1-drop here, but... There we go. That'll work. That was a lot of shenanigans. One might say even too much shenanigans. Alright, Bloodletter. Let's just try to kill him really fast. Oh yeah, Sweeper, wow, okay. Didn't see that one coming. This deck is just full of surprises. Just put a fatty out. Flying Death Touch, loses life, gain that much life. Okay. play around Sweeper this time. That's why I didn't cast the Revenant. Yeah. Alright, I'm probably going to have to call it quits after this one. Hate to stop at mid-run, but I'll probably resume tomorrow. But that was like, I think the longest stream I've done so far. And I think also got the most viewers, so that's awesome. Thanks everybody for being here. Super appreciate it. Wow, you're kicking Null Priest? That's crazy. Okay. So all I need to do is warp this, and then do this, and then we're good. GG. That was a slog. And that guy had like 75 cards in his deck or something like that. Alright. Yeah, it's getting late for me, so I'm gonna stop the stream here. Thanks everybody for coming and watching. Really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And yeah, everybody have a great day. I'm planning to stream again tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure what time. Probably be around midday. But I will be back on tomorrow, so if anybody wants to tune in, you're welcome to come. We'd love to see you there. And everybody have a great day. Great night. Goodbye.